Hello world, PDR coming at you here with a E55 Mercedes, nice car. It has a collision dent in it. I know you can see that there. Goes from here, pushes in, comes across all the way to here, and drops off that panel. So you can see that's a large collision dent without my board in it or anything. You can see it pretty well. We're gonna do what we can with it. This is not your conventional paintless dent repair, but in a case where I say we're gonna do what we call a band-aid on this one and make it look a lot better, large dent, we're gonna do some glue pulling through the middle. I wanted to give you this prelim. It's got some scratches right here. I'll probably try to buff out, do some glue pulls through the top, and obviously along that whole crease. Try to get this thing looking great. I'll come back and show you a little bit more when we got some glue pulling to do and when we get this panel heated up and I get prepared to do some work to it. If we can get a better angle, I'm gonna move the board up here and just see if you can see more of that. Hopefully you can. Letting this thing dry or cool. Letting the glue cool is the same thing as letting the glue dry or adhere. Warming it just a bit, and now we're going to give it a big old yank from the bottom edge. It wants to come up, but I think at this point we're going to go like this. Take another tab and put it right here. If you know what I'm saying. Let that one start getting dried. We're even going to take another one. Let's just go crazy with some glue here. Put it right about there and just chase that out. Probably not a smart one right there. I probably should have put way more glue on it. But I won't pull it that hard. Now this one, I'm going to put a lot of glue on it and I'm going to come down here to the lower edge of that thing. That's where we're going to give a nice pull. We're going to end up pulling all the way around this line and this line. And maybe a little bit more in this back line, of course, because it needs it. But give me about 10 seconds here. Let these things... Actually, I can start yanking on them because I know how hard this one was. And then this one, I'm going to follow it. And then down here a little bit more. Kind of want to come back to this one, and instead of just yanking the heck out of it, I'm actually going to release it. I kind of don't want it to go under that one underneath me, but that's all right. Let's release that glue, release that glue, and the stuff comes off nice and easy. Just, you see I have no fingernails, which is my own fault. But there we go. Just comes off by rolling it right off. And then this one's still adhered. It did get hit with the isopropyl alcohol a little bit, but it'll still make a pull. Let's make a nice solid pull. See how it pulled off real easy though? Because it did get hit with the isopropyl, so I knew that that was going to happen. All right guys, we'll come back in a bit and show you more. All right, we're back. We just put another couple of tabs at, I don't know, I'm just chasing around the lows. Let them dry there for about 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Maybe even warm this panel just to the point where I feel it start to get warm. And get the slide puller out. And give her a nice yank through the middle. We'll go on this one. That one came out, just not came out, but came off. I can feel that all the way down want to move, so we're going to come back and keep showing you another couple of pulls here and get more of this large dent out. All right, we're going to pull out a couple of pulls right here. Made a couple pulls. Some off camera, but this is what the grind is. Solid. Anywhere it's low, make a couple of good yanks on it. Move that metal slowly, slowly. Slowly but surely, it's all coming up, and it's one of these processes that we don't want to go too much too fast, because we don't want to shock that metal in a way that wouldn't look right. And the end result, we want it to look as good as possible. So I think that's looking pretty solid for these pulls. I wanted to get that one. That one I actually gave a pretty decent yank to. And then we'll go like that, and you'll see that these things just come right off. Sometimes they need a little help with a different spray. Not a different spray, just another spray on it. A little bit of patience. That won't come off. Let me give them a little yank here once the alcohol's on them. There's that one. That one. That one. Now let's get that glue off. Not spray it right in my face. That one, you mean spraying it right in my face was awesome? Yeah.
No, the way the deck came out.
I think it came out nice. Got a lot more pulls to make.
But
We're gonna continue to keep at it. Let me give it a quick wipe here to show you what we're looking at, so you guys can see what we're looking at. We got the glue gun on overdrive today. So that stuff all came off. This right here will come off. It's just residue. And like we saw from the beginning, this is a white scratched piece of paint that we'll have to touch up at the end. But yeah, we're moving some metal. We'll be back in a bit. Okay, now we're gonna go for some of these back ones. Gonna give them just a little bit longer to dry. I feel that glue is still kind of hot. Just put them on. Usually I wait about 45 seconds. And while I'm about to pull, I like to heat up the metal around the bed. Not exactly heating that area that I just am gonna pull, but around this brow and around the area that I want to move. It's kind of like right around here, right here. I'll just give it a couple of splatters with heat, just to make sure that metal is just not cold, you know, to the touch. Maybe a tip, maybe a trick, maybe just me being paranoid that I don't want to shock that metal. Now let's give it a nice pull. Come up to this one, give it a nice pull. And I'm going to come from the top of this one and come straight down, pull all the way out as far as I can, because this thing literally got hit by some weight, so we want it high if possible. I mean, I want it to the point that it's just crested, so I can actually tap it down to where I want it. And it looks like we're getting some movement on it. I don't know until I get this piece of glue off what it looks like. But yeah, you can see that we've got a tug through the center now. I'm going to make another 2 pulls. Let's clean this tab right here. A little bit of stuff. This is a long process, guys. This dent is taking hours to do. This is not a quick one by any means, but it's also, like I say, not your normal paintless dent repair. This is me going above and beyond the Call of Duty and paintless dent repair and doing something that wouldn't normally be tackled. But we're gonna give it our best shot and see what we got. Now got a little tiny bit of glue there, but that's okay. I'm gonna hit it right on that spot on the back side. And then I'm gonna take a round tab, sorry about my face being right in the camera there. I'm gonna take a round tab and go to this front side, right up top here. And I think these will kind of pull a little bit of this out. You saw me place the tab, so now you know the timing. It's about 72, 73, 74, 75 degrees out. It's very nice and perfect temperature. So it's not like I gotta get the panel hot. It's just warm. As opposed to right here where it just feels like it's slightly cold to the touch. We're at about the 45-second mark, and I'm still using the slide hammer for almost every pull. I haven't used the lifter. Oh, that wasn't long enough. Gotta let it cool. That one wasn't long enough. Let's see if I'm careful, I can get that little bit of glue off. It did not move it, that's for sure. We'll get that bit of glue off. I almost could use the lifter on this one, but let's see what we got. Yeah, it's because it is nice and warm out. I do want to give it a nice 45, 50 seconds to cool. And maybe not even warm the panel like I have been doing. That might have been the difference. So, let's see what this one moved it a little bit. It feels like it did. It made a nice solid pull, and I'm going to do the same thing underneath here. Yeah, it straightened that line out. Look at that. Got a lot of straightening out happened. I'm going to do that same kind of thing that I wanted to do right on the bottom, and just keep the momentum up. Check back with you in a bit. Hello world, PDR coming at you here. We got the other part of that large dent. You should have seen that last prelim video, or it's probably the same video. I just stuck a tab on there. We're gonna this dent was done, it looks like, from the front to the back. So we're just gonna undo it from the back to the front. I'm just gonna start coming this way, getting these tabs, moving them up, getting most of this out. Let's see what the first pull with a tester. Just turned the thing on. It's not extremely hot glue yet. I'm going to keep it like that, and I'm going to give it a nice little yank. It moved some. Let's grab the isopropyl alcohol. A little bit of it moved. So, pull number one, slightly successful. Please excuse the outside noise. We're out here in nature. Let me do a pull number two and come the same kind of pull. Looks like I'm out of fluid, so this will be the last pull on this. I'm going to do it that way and just give it a nice another tug. I'm not using the lifter to pull because it'd be pushing off of this bumper, which we don't want to do. And it'd also have the feet pushing into here, so if it's not level, the thing has to sit level to pull. So if it's not level, I'm going to use the slide hammer, and I'm just going to kind of the glue wasn't hot enough. So let's pause it right here, and we'll get right back with you guys in just a sec. Okay guys, and here's what we ended up with. At the end, we did this entire dent without having to drill a hole. We did the whole thing with glue pull. The customer was well aware that it wasn't going to be perfect, but for the band-aid situation that we said we would provide, they said they're pretty happy with it. So if you guys like what you see, make sure you hit that like button, and if you want to hit that subscribe button. It helps out the channel. Once again, this has been PDR, and I'm out. Peace.